City projects are wrapping up all over town.
Tacoma Public Utilities ended the year looking toward the future.
And 2019 brings an increase to minimum wage.
All that and more coming up next on Tacoma Report. Hello, and welcome to this edition of Tacoma Report. I'm Angie Foster.
And I'm Laura Proctor. The city's Public Works Department and Tacoma Power have wrapped up a project that brings new illumination to the city streets. The street light replacement project switched out 16,000 fixtures with energy-efficient LEDs. These new fixtures consume about 71% less energy than before, bringing cost savings through energy conservation. Streets where these replacements occurred now have more consistent lighting levels that help to improve nighttime safety. The new fixtures are expected to last between 15 to 25 years with very little maintenance. For more information on this effort, visit the Street Light Replacement Project page.
Tacoma's Hilltop neighborhood continues to evolve. The local community recently celebrated Valhalla Hall, the new 4-story mixed-use building at 1216 Martin Luther King Jr. Way features work by 2 incredibly talented Hilltop artists. The original structure was constructed at the turn of the 20th century and served as a men's club for Tacoma's Swedish American community. Vacant since 2009, the Hilltop sub-area plan identified the building as a key location for revitalization. Tacoma Power prepares for winter storms all year long and is ready to respond to power outages. Customers can help crews restore service more quickly by making a phone call. That number and some other things customers need to remember about winter storm season are in our next report from John Phillips.
Wind and ice season always seems to increase the possibility of interruptions to your electric service. First, Tacoma Power reminds you to stay clear of broken poles and down power lines. You don't have to touch one to get a shock. Consider the ground around them unsafe too. To report an outage, call 253-502-8602. Don't report it using social media. Describe what you see and the location. During extensive power outages, Tacoma Power prioritizes restoration work. After addressing immediate safety concerns, crews work to get the most people back in service first, starting with repairs to major transmission lines and substations. They then move into customer neighborhoods, fixing distribution lines, power poles, and transformers. Tacoma Power will repair equipment on its right-of-way and the service lines between its power pole and your electric meter mast. If there's damage to your mast or other power components in your yard, you may need to hire an electrician for repairs. During widespread power outages, it may take some time to get the service restored, so having some of these items handy around the house will make it a lot easier to endure. Obviously, you'll need a flashlight or two, some extra batteries, a battery-operated radio, and alarm clock. You don't want to be late for work. Also, have some ready-to-eat food handy. And don't forget, you're going to need a manual can opener. Don't use a barbecue inside to cook or stay warm, and keep generators outdoors away from doors and windows. Misuse of either can cause deadly carbon monoxide gas to accumulate. If storms are in the forecast, you better keep your cell phones fully charged because you're going to need them to get important updates on Facebook and Twitter. Another helpful tool is Tacoma Power's online outage map. It can show you where and how extensive the power outages are. For Tacoma Report, I'm John Phillips.
Here's that number to report outages again. mytpu.org offers links to Tacoma Power's social media pages and outage map. It also has helpful information about how to prepare before and what to do during an outage.
Tacoma Power will be better able to track information and respond more quickly to power outages this winter. A major technology upgrade was completed earlier this year at the Utilities Energy Control Center. This is where everything from hydro generation to distribution of electricity needed by thousands of Tacoma Power customers is monitored and controlled. The 2-year project provides more information about our critical power system and greatly enhances cybersecurity.
So it's kind of the weakest link theory. Someone who wanted to do wrong, say if they wanted to attack Bonneville Power, they didn't necessarily have to launch their attack directly to Bonneville Power. They could find a weaker utility that works with Bonneville and exploit their vulnerabilities into that other utility. So by doing this upgrade, not only are we increasing Tacoma's security and cybersecurity, but we're increasing the security in the region.
The $10 million project to modernize the control system improves reliability and adds features to enhance training of system operators. Some of the technology the new system replaces was nearly 2 decades old. The city is also ready to remove fallen trees and landslides from streets and sidewalks when they occur. The City Street Operations Division removes landslides and sections of downed trees that are blocking streets or sidewalks. When this happens, they are available to respond to the community emergencies 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. To find out more about the city's inclement weather response, including what to do when a tree falls in the right-of-way, visit the city site. When we come back from the break, we'll be joined by Kristen Ely with Neighborhood and Community Services.
She'll talk with us about 3 city programs that help residents keep their neighborhoods free of litter and debris. Stay with us. Kristen Ely from Neighborhood and Community Services is here to share with us how we can help keep our neighborhoods clean and litter-free. Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning, Angie.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Glad you could be here. So can you tell us what kind of programs does the city have and how can residents get involved to keep their neighborhoods clean?
So the Neighborhood and Community Services Department has a variety of programs for volunteers who want to keep their neighborhoods clean. They range in commitment. So we have the Adopt a Spot program, which is where somebody chooses a section of the city that they want to keep clean, and they pick up the trash, and they do that for 2 years in the same spot. And then we have the Litter Patrol. Yeah, we have the Litter Patrol program, which is essentially the same thing, but less of a commitment. People will organize a big group and maybe do a sweep around their whole entire neighborhood, 1 day a year. We also have the Community Cleanup Program, which is where the city brings dumpsters to a designated spot in the neighborhood and people can discard their unwanted items. And then finally, we have rapid graffiti removal, which is a service that will take care of graffiti on buildings quickly so that it doesn't get re-tagged.
Yeah. Tell me more about the Litter Patrol program.
So the Litter Patrol program is our newest program, and it's my favorite because it's one of those things that people can so quickly get involved in. They don't have to think too hard about it. We make it really easy. We provide all of the safety supplies, and we provide the trash collection after volunteers are done. So they just need to organize a group and decide where they want to clean up. We provide them the supplies, and once they're done, they leave the bags in a designated location, and our solid waste workers come and collect that trash. So it's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. Why is the city invested in this work?
The city's invested in this work especially because keeping our neighborhoods looking clean is something that actually is proven to reduce crime. And so it's the little things like reaching out to your neighbor and asking if you want to pick up trash together, that builds community, which helps also reduce crime and improve the quality of our neighborhoods. So we know that these programs are really important to keeping Tacoma a safe place.
It's really special too when people can come together and take pride in where they live.
Exactly.
So, now, if we have viewers that want more information, what do they do?
So if they want more information, they can learn all about all of our programs and apply for any of our programs online at cityoftacoma.org/NCS.
All right. Well, Kristen, thank you for all that you and your team are doing to make our community just clean. And we have some fantastic programs available. So thanks for being with us today.
Thanks, Angie.
Mm-hmm. Up next, we'll learn more about a program that provides real estate loan assistance. Don't miss it.
Are you looking to locate or expand your business within Tacoma, but need a little help acquiring the perfect piece of real estate? Maria Lee has this story.
They take things people don't need anymore.
Doors, windows, cabinets, lights, flooring, lumber, all of those things.
Then they sell them to others who are looking to spruce up their own homes.
Say we're a free market filter for the waste stream. So we take things in that we see have value to our customers, and we save those out of what's getting thrown away.
They started doing business in Seattle more than 2 decades ago, and they've done well. Like so many others across the region, they too set their sights on the rapidly growing Tacoma market.
To be more local to this area. Materials kind of come from the community and they go back to the community, and it helps when you're right there.
To get where they wanted to be, they worked with the city's small business loan program staff to obtain the gap financing they needed to acquire their new spacious Tacoma location.
So our loan program is actually a really great use for acquisition of property. We can loan up to $300,000. Our loan program, having a low interest rate, a long amortization period for acquisition, it's 25 years. So it makes the financing a lot more affordable for the business to get in.
This is a city program, and we'd love to be connected with this city that we're kind of stepping into.
And that's a welcoming, business-friendly city. For Tacoma Report, I'm Maria Lee.
If you've worked with a primary lender but need some gap financing to secure the business property of your dreams, contact the City of Tacoma.
The Small Business Administration and the University of Washington Tacoma Veterans Incubator for Better Entrepreneurship, or VIBE for short, recently formalized a 2-year strategic alliance and celebrated with a signing ceremony. The Strategic Alliance Memorandum will allow both agencies to cross-promote and collaborate on business training and services, which will better connect and empower entrepreneurism in the Puget Sound area. In November 2015, Tacoma voters approved a $12 per hour minimum wage phased in over 2 years. The new minimum wage applies to almost all employees who worked 80 or more hours per year within Tacoma city limits. Throughout 2018, the minimum wage was $12 per hour, but beginning January 1st, 2019, the Tacoma minimum wage will officially rise to $12.35 per hour. For details, go to the city's minimum wage webpage.
Eligible taxpayers can claim and get the Earned Income Tax Credit. The Internal Revenue Service estimates 4 out of 5 taxpayers are eligible for the credit and are using the Earned Income Tax Credit Awareness Day on January 25th to help reach them. If you need tax assistance, you can find free tax preparation help by going to the IRS's website. The city recently hosted one of its largest groups ever for Student Government Day. This program provides high school students who live in Tacoma or attend Tacoma Public Schools with an opportunity to learn more about the policy-making processes and operations of municipal government. Students toured City Hall, the Center for Urban Waters, the Tacoma Police Department headquarters, and held a mock city council meeting. City officials also got a chance to interact with Tacoma's future leaders.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll take a look at a program that helps children experience the gift of giving.
And the holidays got a little brighter thanks to Tacoma Public Utilities employees. Don't go away.
The Tacoma Police Department recently helped some well-deserving children with a great start to the new year. For the 28th year in a row, the department held its annual Shop with a Cop event. More than 100 officers volunteered their time, and with the help of donations throughout the year, took kids on a holiday shopping spree at Target.
The officers all volunteer their time. This is all volunteer. They come out on one Saturday in December. We pick up the kiddos. We make arrangements with the Tacoma Public Schools. They nominate the kids. Our officers head out. We pick up the kids, and then we come here to Target. They get gifts for themselves, family members, whatever they want. This is primarily funded through our officers. Payroll deduction every month. They make donations through their paychecks, and that's about 80% of our funding. We do get some support from Target, and then donations from the community as well. We have 4 parents who have participated, and now their kids are participating this year.
After the kids shopped with officers for gifts, the presents were wrapped by volunteers and sent home with the children so every family member would have a nice start to the new year. Over the years, the Shop with the Cop program has helped over 1,700 children in Tacoma. Each year, the children collectively spend more than $20,000 during the shopping spree, thanks to donations from the public and the officers themselves.
The holiday season was a bit brighter for some low-income residents around our area, thanks to the generosity of Tacoma Public Utilities employees. In December, employees contributed a big pile of gifts to the utility's Salvation Army Giving Tree program, which went to about 200 children and seniors. The annual community connection effort brought in about $5,000 in gifts. TPU employees also came through with about $38,000 in gifts for the Adopt a Family program. Those gifts were distributed to families in Comprehensive Life Resources inpatient, outpatient, homeless, and foster child programs. As the holiday season wraps up, Solid Waste Management is accepting live, unflocked Christmas trees for free at the Tacoma Recovery and Transfer Center's Recycle Center between Wednesday, December 26th and Sunday, January 13th. The center is located at 3511 South Mullen Street. Trees can also be cut to fit in your residential yard waste bins for curbside disposal.
Catch the latest episode of Urban Green airing here on TV Tacoma. This winter edition starts things off with a visit to co-working spaces with a creative focus. A cooking demonstration from the Neighborhood Bistro will showcase a hearty winter meal, and a project will be featured that has brought an luminous change to city streets. The show will then close out with a how-to on caring for houseplants. For a listing on air dates or to watch an episode, visit the Urban Green website. After the break, we'll get a last look at the items in the TPU time capsule before they're stowed away for 25 years.
And we'll find out why the Asia Pacific Cultural Center is so vital to our community. Don't go too far. Do you know what it was like to work in your current place of employment decades ago? Employees of Tacoma Public Utilities will have a good idea 25 years from now when they open this box. As TPU's 125th anniversary year comes to a close, a time capsule was sealed and placed into storage until 2043, the utility's 150th year. Photos, historical books, and cards filled with personal observations by employees were placed in the box. TPU is also making preserving its history online with a newly launched website that will contain timelines, photos, and videos from the past. Content is still being added, but you can visit the site right now.
There are many amazing nonprofit organizations that provide valuable services to the residents of Tacoma and Pierce County. In our next story, Lane Fickey takes a look at one that began in 1997 with the design of celebrating community strength and heritage.
A wealth of tradition and knowledge is encompassed at the Asia Pacific Cultural Center located on South Tacoma Way. The organization was formed to bring together the communities and the different generations of the many Asian and Pacific Islander cultures in the Puget Sound region.
We are all about the 47 nations that make up all of Asia and all of the South Pacific Islands. And we teach and display, showcase throughout the state of Washington and nationally as requested about the history, the artistry, the arts, the customs, the traditions, the stories, the legendaries of the 47 nations, their people, about their children, the honor, respect that makes them, and the food, the dance, the carvings, all of that makes Asia Pacific people unique.
Of the 47 Asian and Pacific Islander cultures, 28 of these are in Washington state. And that's why this organization feels the importance of representing each of them through classes, gatherings, and lectures at their cultural center location, and the numerous events and festivals they help put on throughout the region. The Asia Pacific Cultural Center plays an extremely important role in continuing these storied traditions.
For the 47 communities that together we form the APCC, we come together to preserve our individual heritage. And then together we build on our strength and our synergy, just like our shared values on family, respect, and honor, and then we create a bright and dynamic future for the world and for ourselves. And for the general public, we are here to inform and to educate.
The City of Tacoma is one of the major funders and backers of the Asia Pacific Cultural Center, and the organization's leaders know that the city's help has played a key role in making this a huge success.
The City of Tacoma, right from the beginning, supported our mission and supported our values and our purpose to be alive as an organization. So it is very important that we partner and continue to be a great partner of the City of Tacoma, and majority of our clients in our clientele live in the City of Tacoma.
The current location of the Asia Pacific Cultural Center is the old South Park Community Center, but the group has really outgrown this space. Plans for a new facility in the near future have been drawn up that will provide even more services and highlight the many aspects of these dynamic cultures. For Tacoma Report, I'm Lane Fickey.
To find out more information about the Asia Pacific Cultural Center and also see what events this organization has planned in 2019, visit their website.
The 31st annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. birthday celebration in Tacoma will once again bring the community together to celebrate Monday, January 21st, 2019, as a day on, not a day off. Once again, the MLK Community Service Award will recognize and encourage excellence in community service activities carried out by an individual or group. The hope is to encourage similar efforts by others who may want to serve in the community. This year, there are 2 categories: Lifetime Service to an individual or group, and Emerging Leader Award to an individual. Visit the city's website for event details. And finally, administrative offices at the City of Tacoma will close January 21st in observance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. The Tacoma Recovery and Transfer Center will be open as normally scheduled, and customer pickups will not be affected.
That's all the time we have on this edition of Tacoma Report.
A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Until next time, I'm Laura Proctor.
And I'm Angie Foster. Thanks for watching.